Okay, so what we're going to do today is I'm looking at, as you know, I'm going through this garage remodel, and what we're going to do today is I've got some die grinders, some sanders, I've got a buffing machine, and I have a vise that I'm wanting to save space with. And the purpose of this video is we're going to be mounting them to the wall, and we're going to be using a tow hitch receiver off of a pickup truck, and I believe it's off the Dodge Ram, which is a front hook. And then we're going to use the Maxxhaul Vise support for an actual vise off the back of a pickup truck. And we're going to be mounting it on the wall. And the main purpose of this video is I'm going to show you with these devices mounted on the wall, because I'm struck for so much space in this garage. When I need to remove these devices that I use for basically building, we're going to be able to just pull the pin, remove these, and move them. I'm going to be able to move them around the shop. So this is going to be kind of interesting for wall mount. There's a lot of ways you can wall mount stuff. I came up with this on my own. I saw a couple of wall mounts, but this is the way I'm going to do it. I've already put up two. So yeah, we'll get into this, and the descriptions for the items I'm using will be in the links below. Any purchase from them really help me out. These Amazon dollars really help me out when you buy from the description below, and don't forget about the Amsoil links. Okay, so this mount here in this box, details in the description below if you want to try to build what I'm building in your garage. This is off a Dodge Ram, and this is a receiver hitch for the front of the pickup truck. And basically, if you're on a job site, construction site, this would mount, you know, you can mount anything on it. You know, a winch, you can mount a vise with this that I'm using. You could just mount just about anything. And what this is this is a 2-inch receiver hitch. Is what it is. And what we're going to do is we're just going to turn it up this way and mount it to the wall. Now we're going to have to do some custom fabrication. Bear with me, I don't have a vise set up, so we're going to be using a bench grinder stand. But yeah, this is what I'm going to use to mount to the wall. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to go ahead and get the pin in, because the shaft for the pin is running vertical. Since I've already put 2 of these up, we're going to take and make our own holes on the side. That way we don't have to modify the actual bench grinder piece. It's easier to modify this piece. So we're going to go to the center of the hole and line the holes up, and we're just going to drill a hole here. So it's going to take a little bit of time, and this hole, we're going to drill it so large that it may not have to be straight. You can use a drill press. Unfortunately, my drill press is down. And we're just going to start it here, and then make sure we're kind of in the center. And now we're just going to drill all the way through with this step drill bit. And this steel's pretty thick. Okay, now I'm actually using what's called a hammer drill to do this, not a standard drill. When you hear it start clicking, it starts doing the hammer process, which is actually going to be a little easier for me. Okay, so we went all the way through with this one. Now we're going to come back with a little larger of a bit. And now we're going to drill the hole . all the way through. Now we're going to flip it over and do the other side. And again, we're going to switch the bit. We're going to go all the way bigger with this bigger bit, and the bits are in the description below. These are really nice to have for a lot of different projects. Okay. And now we're just going to make sure that our pin's going to go through. Hey, what do you know? Okay, good to go here. And then we'll go ahead and get this mounted on the wall. Okay, so I have a small line here that's going to measure out with the other ones that I've already put in. So I'm just going to... Now inside the wall, I've actually got multiple studs in here for the support of this. I actually had to cut the wall to do this. And we're just going to drill our first hole to line up with the studs that I have marked at this length. And we're going to make sure that I hit the stud. And I did. So I'm lined up here with the stud here, and then we're going to go ahead and make sure I hit the other stud that I've got nailed in here. And I hit that one as well. So we will go ahead and put our first two screws in here. Now what I'm using is wood lag screws for the support of this, and it appears that the wood lag screws are approximately 2 inches long, which I don't believe I'll have a problem supporting the weight of this. So let me get the other impact, and we're just going to run our wood lag screws through the starter hole here. Well, maybe we're not. Guess it helps if you have the right bit. We're just going to put both of these in here. Okay. We're actually going to loosen this up because we're going to want to level this out. Then we will drill our holes here. Now I have one of these little bubble levels, which is kind of a nice thing to have. And we'll kind of move it till we get it about level. And now I will drill my last two holes in the wall. and put our screws in. And then get our last one in. And then we're going to tighten the screws in for it to be level. Do the bottom one, and we're going to go in a crisscross type pattern here. There we go. Might come back and turn these by hand. So now what we have here is the Maxxhaul hitch mount for mounting to the back of a pickup truck. Now these Maxxhaul hitch mounts go to anything that's 2 inch. That's why I decided to use it. Holds up to 200 pounds. For me, connecting this to the wall, I don't want the vise on this. I've got another one, so there'll be another video. I will put a link once it's up, because the vise, you know, when you go to torquing and moving on the vise, the actual it says the height adjustment of 18 inches tall. I want the vise more secured to the wall. You can use this for a vise, but I'm not going to use this with the wood screws in my wall. So but this hitch mount, I've got 2 other ones mounted on the wall already. Turned them on, they don't move, seems really good. The quality is freaking steel, and I'm pretty sure, no, they do make these in China, but I did get these on Amazon, so there'll be a link below. They're a little pricey. I think I paid $69.99 for them, but there's some other hitch vise mounts. However, these do come with the anti-rattle piece that goes on the bottom of the vise of the hitch mount. So if you go to buy the anti-rattle plate, it'll be an extra $10 to $20. So basically, here's the mount here, and you've got holes so you can go up or down as needed. So it is adjustable, and then we will have to drill our holes in here for my buffing machine, because it won't match up to that. But and then this is the wall mount piece that's going to go into the wall. However, we are going to cut this back, and I'll show you about doing that, and we're going to have to retap this hole. And then you've got your tighteners and your anti-rattle device. So real simple. So we've got, this will be our tightener that goes on the outside of our mount like that to tighten it and stabilize it. And it will also run through our mount. Got another hitch pin. Don't believe we'll use that. I think we'll have an extra one, because one came with the mount. And then we have our anti-rattle adapter. So if this was on the back of your truck, which they don't recommend leaving this on the back of your truck, it'll tighten it up, and that's actually what's going to stabilize this piece. So first thing first here, we're going to go ahead and we will cut this down to the length that I need. So the only reason we're cutting it down is because I'm going to add more strength to the mount by cutting this back. The more that this comes out, the more downward force there is on the wall and the wood screws. So we're going to cut about 6 inches off of this.
which moves it into the mount more, which centralizes the weight onto the back of the studs with the wood screws. So with this mount here, we're going to go ahead and put the device in there, and I need to personally cut 6 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this right outside of the carrier, and we're going to cut it with a chop saw. Bandsaw would be nice, but the garage is a mess and I don't have all the equipment here. So right now, 6 inches is what we're hacking off. Okay, and I have my 2 previous cuts of steel, and just to make sure that I'm cutting the right length, which I am. Yeah, this is going to be real fun since I don't have my vise up. Here we go. We're just going to cut this off with a chop saw. This is going to take a while. I might fast forward through this, hopefully not cut my fingers off. Wish I had that vise set up. All right. Now with our mount cut, we're going to insert it into the hitch mount, and it mounts up. And we're just going to mark on both sides where we're going to drill it for the hitch pin. So just take a Sharpie or a magic marker and we're going to drill it. There's a reason I drilled this hole larger than the other hole. And that's for a little bit of give for the hitch pin. So... And see, what we're doing is, if this was extended out all the way and I didn't cut this, the weight of the device is overhanging and will pull on the studs of the wood screws. So by cutting the 6 inches off, it's going to centralize the weight of the device onto the screws in the wall, the studs in the wall. Okay, now we're going to drill through this side here. And we're just going to start it out with the smaller bit. Hopefully get in the center. And then force our way through. I hope I don't run out of battery. That's... Okay, and then we're going to go with the larger bit and drill it all the way out. Okay, and I've already done the other side, so we'll go see if that hitch pin will fit in there. Okay, now we just need to slide that puppy back in, and this is the reason that I wallered the holes out a little bit larger than what the actual pin is. Without a drill press getting a straight shot at this, you need a little bit of wiggle room if this will go in there, and it does. So go ahead and get that lock pin in here and let this set, and we'll move to the next step. If there's ever rattling and you're driving, this is what prevents it. And the $70 kit from Maxxhaul comes with this, which is actually kind of nice. And we'll tighten this up and it will stabilize the whole mount here. And I believe these nuts are 18 millimeters. And go ahead and get this kind of finger tight on both sides before you, I'm going to actually use an electric impact on this to get this tight. And we'll get them both tight, and then I'm going to come back with the impact and we're going to torque it up. We're going to go from side to side. And what I might do if I ever take this out is I'll anti-seize this next time. And there you go. That sucker's tight. Look at that. Ugh. Okay. We're just going to put the mounting holes in here. I might have a mounting problem. I can't really tell yet. Might have to drill out the base of the buffing machine. We're just going to hammer drill through this. I'm running out of battery. And I'm out of battery. Oh my God. Oh. I do not know if that's going to work because the mount for the buffing machine is actually larger than this mount. Okay, well I had to modify the mount a little bit and drill it out a little more, but I've got this buffer on the plates now, so go ahead and hook it up to the wall. And now that we've got this all hooked up, we're going to go ahead and move the mount. And we're going to insert our pin in here to hold the mount. So we'll grab the machine. And we're going going to place it into the shaft like so. We're going to take our bolt and run it through the holes. Like so. And we're going to put our other side on. Put our nut and washer. And we're going to come back and tighten this. And this also is an 18 millimeter. And now that this is all hooked up, it's actually leaning a little bit to the right. So we're going to move the shaft here. And we're going to try to hold it. Oh. Solid, pretty solid here. There we go. And now what we have here is I have all my tools, my sander tools and grinder tools centralized. I actually probably better make sure that this buffer works. It's been out in my storage shed for years. Hey, all right. And now, if I need the extra room in the shop here, I just go underneath of the mounts and I pull them out of the wall and move them out the way. So real happy with this. I think I want to put that vise on this wall over here. It looks like there's enough room that I can work, you know, like this. That vise weighs so much, I could put another piece here, but it's going to be a lot of weight on here. So I mean, this vise probably weighs 50, 60 pounds. And I don't know, I'm not sure if this is going to go on the wall. So thanks for watching. And when I get the vise on the wall, I actually, what we're going to use the vise, I'm going to use this here. And this is a flat mount. So I can go ahead and brace something up. Well, this wall's up here, I can build a brace. And probably going to put that vise in over here. I'll have to cut this down and modify it, but I really like how this turned out. And it's really going to work real well for me for being able to move this stuff, because I'm really struck on space. So thank you to everybody that's subscribing, liking, leave a comment below if I can help you out. If not, reach me by my email. I'll help anybody that emails me. Amsoil purchases below, thank you very much. That kept me going through this crisis. The Amazon links also, you know, picking up a little bit of cash from that. And Google, who knows what's going on with it. So I'm out of here.